Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Learn and Talk English podcast. Today we have a thrilling episode that will completely change the way you think about gossip. Have you ever struggled to start interesting conversations in English, or wondered how native speakers always seem to captivate their listeners? Well, today, we're diving deep into the art of gossiping like a native English speaker. That's right, gossip isn't just idle talk, it's your secret weapon for mastering conversational English and connecting effortlessly with people around you. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by friends and colleagues, and you have some juicy news to share. Do you know the perfect phrases to build suspense or create intrigue? How do you make your listeners lean in, eager for every word? Well, you're about to find out. In this episode, we'll unlock the power of popular gossip phrases like "you'll never guess what," "did you see what happened?" and "spill the tea," turning you from a shy English speaker into the life of every conversation. Plus, we'll explore vocabulary and idioms that native speakers use every day. Words like creepy, kicked out, and rumor has it. But gossip isn't just about what you say, it's how you say it. We'll share secrets on using your tone of voice, facial expressions, and even your body language to create drama, suspense, and excitement in your storytelling. By the end of today's lesson, you'll not only speak more naturally, but also engage your listeners effortlessly. Ready to level up your English skills and master the social nuances of gossiping? Grab a notebook, tune in, and get ready to transform your casual chats into captivating conversations. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our essential English tips. Now let's dive into today's episode. The art of gossip, how to speak English naturally and confidently. Have you ever walked into a room full of people and felt your heart race, wondering what to say? You're not alone. Social conversation is the secret ingredient to feeling at ease. It's all about making connections, swapping stories, and turning strangers into friends. The more you chat, the stronger your relationships become, one conversation at a time. Suddenly, life in an English-speaking world feels lighter, more fun, and a lot less intimidating. In this episode, we'll break down the building blocks of great conversation, step by step. By the end, you'll have the confidence and tools to jump into any group and join the fun. Ready to start your journey to becoming a confident, natural social talker? Let's go! When you hear the word gossip, do you picture people whispering secrets and causing trouble? You're not alone. Gossip often gets a bad rap. Sure, gossip can sometimes hurt feelings, damage reputations, and break trust. We've all seen how quickly rumors can spread. But did you know gossip can also be a force for good? In fact, it's a natural and important part of social life. At its core, gossip is just talking about people who aren't in the room. We all do it. Sometimes to share news, sometimes to show we care. When used kindly, gossip helps us stay connected, strengthen our friendships, and build a sense of community. Think about it. How else would you keep up with the lives of people you care about? Sharing stories is how we bond. In this series, you'll discover how to turn gossip into a positive tool for connection, learning the art of friendly, supportive conversation. So, what does gossip really mean? Let's make it simple. Imagine you and a friend are chatting about someone who isn't with you right now. That's gossip. Just talking about other people's lives, whether it's good news, funny stories, or even small updates. Gossip is how we share information and keep each other in the loop. It's like the glue that helps us understand what's happening around us and brings people closer together. Through gossip, you learn what's normal, what's expected, and how people act in your community. For example, if you hear people praising a coworker for helping out, you learn that teamwork is valued. In this way, gossip teaches us the unwritten rules of how to get along with others. The key is learning how to join these conversations in a friendly and respectful way. Why do we love to talk about others? Because it brings us closer together. Think about the last time you shared a funny story with a friend. Didn't it make you feel more connected? One big reason we gossip is to build friendships. Swapping news or little secrets creates a sense of belonging and trust. When you share what's happening, good or bad, you invite others into your world. Suddenly, you're not just talking, you're making memories together. Social talk is also a powerful way to learn. Ever picked up a helpful tip or learned about a new place just by chatting? That's the magic of conversation. For newcomers, friendly gossip is like a guidebook. It helps you understand the group, the rules, and how to fit in without feeling lost. And let's be honest, Sometimes sharing stories is just plain fun. It can turn a stressful day into a moment of laughter and relief. Talking about others' experiences helps us process our own feelings. Have you ever felt better after hearing someone else went through the same thing? Positive gossip lets us celebrate each other's wins and offer support when it's needed. That's how we build empathy, community, and real friendships. Let's be honest, gossip can sometimes go wrong. It's important to know when friendly chat turns into something that can hurt others. Toxic gossip usually starts when the conversation shifts from connecting with others to focusing on criticism or negativity. Instead of building each other up, the talk becomes about judging or putting someone down. This is when gossip turns toxic, and it can happen before you even realize it. Toxic gossip might mean spreading rumors, sharing secrets that aren't yours, or making unkind comments behind someone's back. Even if it feels harmless in the moment, this kind of talk can have real consequences. It can damage trust, hurt feelings, and even affect someone's reputation. No one wants to be the reason a friend feels left out or embarrassed. If you notice a conversation turning negative, try to pause and ask yourself, am I helping or hurting right now? The goal is to lift people up, not tear them down. Sometimes people gossip to feel included or important, or just out of habit. But remember, you have the power to choose a kinder path. The impact of toxic gossip can be bigger than you think. For the person being talked about, it can lead to shame, isolation, or anxiety. It can even affect their confidence and sense of belonging. And in a group or workplace, it can create a stressful, unfriendly atmosphere. Sometimes the effects last much longer than you expect. Trust is hard to rebuild once it's broken by gossip, and everyone starts to wonder who they can really trust. That's why it's so important to be mindful of your words. A group where negative gossip is common quickly becomes tense and divided. Instead of friendship and teamwork, you get suspicion and stress. But you can help change that. Choose to be the person who brings people together, not apart. If you notice gossip turning negative, try to steer the conversation in a more positive direction. If that's not possible, it's okay to politely excuse yourself. Sometimes people gossip because they're feeling insecure or left out. Or maybe they're trying to feel better about themselves. Jealousy can also play a part. But remember, you can always choose kindness over criticism. If you catch yourself about to share something negative, pause and think, would I say this if the person were here? If not, it's a good sign to stop or change the subject. Every conversation is a chance to build trust and community. When you choose positive words, you help create a better environment for everyone. Your words matter. Use them to support, not to harm. Understanding the risks of toxic gossip is a big step toward becoming a great communicator. You can be the person who brings out the best in every conversation. Aim to be a source of positive connection and encouragement, not a participant in negativity. Notice when a chat is crossing the line and gently guide it back. With practice, you'll spot the difference between harmless fun and hurtful gossip. And you'll know how to change the subject or step away when needed. Remember, it's always okay to say no to toxic talk. By being thoughtful about your words, you help create a kinder, more supportive community. Your conversations can lift people up and make everyone feel welcome. That's the kind of person everyone wants in their group. Now that you know the difference between helpful and hurtful gossip, let's talk about the most important rule to follow. I call it the golden rule of gossip. And it's simple. Only say things about someone that you'd feel comfortable saying if they were standing right next to you. Before you share a story or a bit of news, pause for a second and ask yourself, would I say this if they could hear me? If the answer is no, that's your sign to keep it to yourself or change your words. This rule is your guide for being kind, respectful, and trusted in any group. For example, imagine you want to talk about a colleague's amazing presentation. That's something you'd probably compliment them on in person. So it's safe and even positive to share with others. But if you're about to repeat a rumor or say something negative, stop and think, would I want someone to say this about me? The golden rule helps you avoid crossing the line into hurtful territory. It keeps your conversations friendly and your reputation strong. People will see you as someone who spreads encouragement, not negativity. You'll become the person others trust with their stories and enjoy having in their circle. Remember, positive gossip celebrates success and builds people up. Negative gossip tears people down and damages relationships. By following the golden rule, you make every conversation a chance to connect and support others. It might take a little self-control, especially when a juicy story comes up, but the long-term rewards, trust, respect, and real friendships are worth it. Make the golden rule your habit, and you'll always be a welcome part of any group. Your words have the power to build bridges, create smiles, and inspire trust. So next time you have something to share, remember the golden rule and choose kindness. Want to make your conversations shine? Keep your gossip positive. Focus on sharing good news and uplifting stories. Talk about achievements, happy events, and moments worth celebrating. For example, congratulate a friend on a new job or a recent success. Celebrate milestones together, like birthdays, promotions, or weddings. Try saying, "Did you hear Tom and Sarah just got married? It was beautiful." Avoid guessing about private matters or sharing personal details that aren't yours to tell. Instead, highlight what you admire about others, like their kindness, creativity, or reliability. For example, Maria always stays calm under pressure, or John is always the first to help out. These kinds of comments spread positivity and set a supportive tone for your group. Make it a habit to look for the good in every conversation. Your words can lift people up. When you focus on the positive, people will remember you for your uplifting, enjoyable chats. You'll quickly become a trusted and welcome presence in any social circle. Mastering this skill turns you into a sophisticated, polite conversationalist, someone everyone wants to talk to. When you talk about sensitive topics, it's important to be gentle and thoughtful with your words. Choose kind, vague language to protect someone's privacy and feelings. Instead of sharing private details, use phrases that show care without revealing too much. For example, you might say, "She's having a tough time right now," or "He seems a bit distracted lately." These gentle words show empathy and respect for their situation. You can support someone without breaking their trust. Always give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just stressed or distracted. Try to reframe negative actions as possible challenges they might be facing. Use phrases like, "It sounds like things are tough for them," or "I hope things get better soon." This keeps your conversation focused on kindness and compassion, not gossip. Using gentle, diplomatic language helps build trust and goodwill with others. It's a sign of a truly advanced and caring communicator. Remember, your words can support, comfort, and connect people. Choose them with empathy. Practicing this art will make you a trusted friend and a positive presence in any group. That's the true mark of someone who masters social conversation. Want to break the ice and start a great conversation in English? Let's make it easy and fun. Try this. Mention something you both know. For example, "Did you hear about the new project at work?" Or bring up a mutual friend. "I was just talking to Maria, and she mentioned something interesting." Ask a fun question to get people talking. "Heard anything interesting lately?" Or share a little surprise. "You'll never guess who I ran into yesterday." Notice something happening around you and ask, "Looks like Sarah's team is celebrating. Do you know why?" And always be polite. Try, "I was hoping to ask you about something." These simple openers invite stories, spark connections, and make you the person everyone wants to talk to. Use these tools and you'll be an active, welcome part of any group. No stress, just great chats. Want to sound like a native when sharing news? Let's spice things up with some lively English idioms. These phrases make your stories more fun and memorable. Let's try them together. For example, spill the beans means to reveal a secret. Imagine your friend says, "Come on, spill the beans, what happened at the party?" Or if you say, "I heard it on the grapevine," you're sharing a rumor you picked up from someone else. Like, "I heard on the grapevine that Sarah got a new job." "A little bird told me" is a playful way to keep your source a secret. Try it. "A little bird told me you're moving to London." Want to grab attention? Start with, "Get this," and watch everyone lean in. Or say, "You're not going to believe this," to build excitement before your news. These openers make your stories irresistible. Everyone wants to know what's next. If you're not sure something is true, use apparently or supposedly. For example, "Apparently there's a new cafe in town." Always label rumors clearly. Say, "Supposedly he's moving, but I'm not sure." This keeps your gossip friendly and honest. For good news, try, "I was thrilled to hear you got the job." It shows your excitement and positivity. Or simply say, "That's fantastic." Positive words make your conversations shine. Use adjectives like amazing, wonderful, or incredible to add warmth and energy to your news. For example, "You did an amazing job," or "That's a wonderful idea." The right vocabulary makes your stories clear, exciting, and responsible. Try these out in your next conversation. Want to keep a conversation going and show you care? Let's practice some simple, powerful phrases together. When someone shares a story, try saying really or no way. These little words show you're interested. You can also say you're kidding or wow, that's amazing. Try it now, say it out loud. To keep the chat going, ask follow-up questions like, what happened next? Or how did they react? Invite them to share more by saying, tell me more. Or I'd love to hear the rest. Show empathy with phrases like, that must have been exciting, or that sounds stressful. You can also link topics. Speaking of work, did you hear about the new project? This keeps things flowing naturally. These simple phrases make people feel heard and valued. Practice them, and you'll become everyone's favorite conversation partner. Let's see how positive, supportive gossip can look in real life, and how you can use it to build stronger connections. Anna says, "Hey Ben, have you noticed Michael seems a bit down lately?" Ben replies, "Yeah, I heard his team's project was cancelled. He must feel disappointed. Maybe we can help." Anna responds, "That's tough. They worked so hard. Let's do something nice for him." Ben suggests, "How about we invite him to lunch on Friday?" Anna agrees. "Great idea. Let's get a few people together and make him feel supported." Notice how Anna and Ben focus on caring, not judging. Their words show concern and kindness. They use gentle language, share empathy, and turn news into support and action. This is the kind of gossip that builds trust and community, lifting others up, not tearing them down. Try using your words to connect, encourage, and uplift the people around you. That's how you make every conversation count. Imagine this. In a busy office kitchen, Chloe and David start chatting about their co-worker, Michael. At first, it seems harmless, but soon, their words turn sharp. Chloe sighs. "Michael's been moping around lately. So unprofessional." David joins in. "His project got cancelled. Honestly, I never thought his idea was good. He probably messed it up." Their conversation grows more negative. Chloe adds, "He always acts like he's the smartest. Maybe it's time he was taken down a peg." David shrugs. "Now we all have to deal with his bad mood. I wish he'd just get over it." What started as a simple chat has become toxic gossip, full of assumptions, criticism, and a lack of empathy. This kind of talk doesn't just hurt Michael, it creates distrust, damages relationships, and poisons the work environment for everyone. When gossip turns negative, it can leave people feeling isolated and judged rather than supported. Remember, the words we choose shape the atmosphere around us. Choose kindness and help build a healthier, more positive community. Even one toxic conversation can have lasting effects. Let's be mindful and use our voices to lift others up, not tear them down. In the next chapter, we'll see how to turn conversations into opportunities for support and connection. Let's break down why one conversation builds connection while the other creates distance. Understanding these differences is essential if you want to become a confident, trusted communicator in English. In the first example, Anna and Ben show empathy and genuine concern for their colleague. Their words focus on how Michael might be feeling, not on judging him. They start by sharing concern and use language that is supportive and kind. Notice how they say things like, "He must be disappointed," instead of criticizing. This approach frames the conversation in a positive light and encourages others to help. Their chat becomes a team effort to support a friend, not a session for judgment. This is the kind of talk that brings people together and builds trust. Now let's look at the second example with Chloe and David. Their conversation starts with criticism and quickly turns negative. Instead of showing understanding, they focus on blame and harsh opinions. This kind of talk is judgmental and makes the group feel divided. Personal attacks and negative assumptions quickly poison the atmosphere. Instead of caring about Michael, they just reinforce their own negative views. This is how gossip can become toxic and hurtful for everyone involved. It creates an us versus them feeling, which damages group harmony. Whether at work or with friends, this attitude is always harmful. Another key difference is what happens next in each conversation. Anna and Ben's talk leads to a real plan. They decide to support Michael. Their words turn into action, making their group stronger. This is what positive social talk looks like, moving from observation to support. It uses information to help, not to harm. Everyone benefits, including the person being discussed. Michael will feel the group's support, even if he never knows about the private chat. In contrast, Chloe and David's conversation leads only to more negativity. The result? damaged reputations, hurt feelings, and no solutions. Their talk is destructive, offering no support or empathy. It only serves to make them feel better at someone else's expense. This is why negative gossip always fails as a social skill. Remember, the best conversations build connections and goodwill. Toxic talk does the opposite, isolating people and breaking trust. If you want to be a great communicator, always choose empathy, support, and positive action. That's how you turn everyday talk into a powerful tool for connection. Practice this, and you'll stand out in any group, at work, at school, or with friends. Your words can build bridges, inspire trust, and make you a valued part of any community. So next time you join a conversation, remember, choose kindness, and you'll always succeed. That's the real secret to mastering the art of social talk. Let's keep building connections, one positive conversation at a time. The choice is always yours. Be the person who brings people together. That's how you create lasting trust and real friendships wherever you go. Sometimes a conversation suddenly turns negative. Maybe someone starts spreading a rumor or making harsh comments. It happens to everyone. The key is to gently guide the talk back to a positive or neutral place without making things awkward. This is called deflecting and redirecting. It's a skill anyone can learn, and it keeps conversations healthy. To deflect, try saying something neutral or positive like, "Maybe there's more to the story," or "I'm sure they had a reason." To redirect, smoothly change the subject. For example, speaking of work, "Have you heard about the new project?" Or, "By the way, how was your weekend?" Having a few phrases ready makes it easier. Try, "Let's focus on something positive." Or, "I'd rather not talk about that. What else is new?" If the conversation keeps going negative, it's okay to take a stand and steer it back. Your words can set the tone for everyone. With practice, you'll become confident at keeping chats friendly, supportive, and enjoyable for all. Sometimes, even with your best efforts, a conversation may still feel uncomfortable or negative. In these moments, the kindest choice for yourself is to step away with grace and confidence. Exiting doesn't have to be dramatic or awkward. A gentle approach is always best. For example, you might say, "Excuse me, I need to make a quick call," or "I just remembered something I have to take care of." In a group, it can be as simple as quietly stepping away or joining another conversation nearby. Remember, protecting your peace of mind is always important. You deserve to feel comfortable in every conversation. Learning to walk away kindly is a sign of self-respect and strength, not weakness. By choosing to exit with kindness, you keep your integrity and set a positive example for others. Remember, every conversation is a chance to honor your values and well-being. With practice, you'll find it easier to exit negative situations and surround yourself with positive, uplifting connections. You've just taken a big step toward mastering real English conversation. Every story, every phrase, and every tip in this episode is a tool for building genuine connections. Remember, your words have the power to inspire, include, and uplift those around you. Use the golden rule. Speak with kindness, honesty, and respect, just as you'd hope others would with you. Celebrate the good, lift others up, and let your conversations create positive energy. With practice, you'll become known as someone who brings people together and makes every group stronger. Don't hesitate. Step into new conversations with confidence and curiosity. See yourself as a connector, someone who weaves friendships and understanding wherever you go. You're not just learning English, you're mastering the art of human connection. So go ahead, start your next conversation, and let your journey as a confident connector begin today. Before you go, don't forget to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned to learn more and join our community of English learners. See you next time.